be really careful about where does your self-worth system and self-rewarding system actually come from. And well, what I mean by that, or why is it even important? Well, first of all, to give you some sort of example, I started a self-improvement journey when I was 14 years old, and I basically started by just watching these YouTubers like Alex Hormozi, David Goggins, Chris Williamson and stuff. But well, it was pretty quick and I started to have really unhealthy relationship with myself. And I don't really blame these guys, but I more likely blame myself for not quite literally understanding their message, because I thought that whenever is David Goggins saying that you need to push yourself through your limits, I really thought that he means like you need to work 24/7, otherwise you are just a little bitch, otherwise you are just some little fat man, you know, with his ding-dong ho-ho Twinkies, as he said.
Get his little brownies, little ding-dong ho-ho Twinkie.
And then it basically means that you slack off all day and are basically like really unworthy for society. And that basically really led me to thinking that whenever I would, let's say, well, back then I even played video games, and it basically led me to think that whenever I would play video games for just, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes, I was being unproductive. By the way, keep in mind that I was 14 years old at the time, and I basically really thought that I'm unproductive, that I'm just a little bitch, that I am basically not worthy, right? I would basically think that every single activity I would engage in that wouldn't necessarily be like at least somewhat productive, I would really think that that activity is stupid and that I'm just wasting my time. For example, I really thought that, or I didn't actually see any purpose in talking to other people, because like it's not productive to talk to other people, right? It's not the most productive thing. I really felt bad whenever I would just chill out for like 10 to 15 minutes and just, let's say, play some video game and stuff. I would really be hard unnecessarily on myself, but it wasn't like being hard on yourself and pushing yourself through the limits, you know, through your own personal limits and boundaries that you basically set up for yourself in your mind. But it was more likely me just being hard on myself like this sadistically, you know, like I was basically working against me. So over time of this basically self-torturing mindset towards hard work, I basically got to the point when I would be so perfectionistic that whenever I would, let's say, I would have a routine that I would follow, so every single day I would need to do some particular tasks. So then I will just, let's say at the end of the day, think that, okay, everything's done, and then I would just lie in bed and, let's say, 5 minutes before actually, you know, falling asleep, I would like remember, oh shit, I forgot to maybe hit the second workout today, you know? And now I would be like really feeling bad because now I don't have any time to actually get that workout back in, you know, or still manage to actually complete it in time, because like I'm just in bed and in pyjama, like I'm not gonna go to the gym workout. But yeah, the next day, so I would just fall asleep, and the next day I would just wake up with crazy regrets, like, oh my god, you are a little bitch, you should have worked out at home, you should have done push-ups, you should have done this and that, and like now you have this little imperfectionistic score, right? So you didn't manage to have this one day complete, like you didn't complete every single task to the fullest, which means that basically that whole day was unproductive, and you know, I was basically a little bitch. And over time, let's say after a few months, this actually led me to this somewhat complete burnout, or like however you want to call it, because keep in mind I was 15 years old, right? So it wasn't like some crazy burnout, but my basically whole self-rewarding system just burned down like fucking completely. And whenever I would have a good workout or a good cold shower, I wouldn't actually be proud on myself. I wouldn't, you know, go to bed with a smile on my face and being like really appreciating the things and the stuff and the hardcore stuff I did that day. I would more likely be like, yeah, it's nice that I went 2 times into the gym and I went 2 times into the cold showers, but like I could have gone to that cold shower for the 3rd time, or to the gym for the 3rd time. So I would more likely bitch on myself for not doing even more than I was already doing. So my brain couldn't like derive any sort of pleasure or any sort of pride, I would say, at the end of the day, after this hard stuff I did, I would never be actually able to be proud on myself, you know, to actually pat myself on the shoulder and be like, good job, David, like you've crushed this day. No, I would be more likely, you stupid bitch, like you could have done this, you could have done that, and like I would never feel good after cold showers. I would just, you know, get out of the cold shower and I would be like stressing about the next stuff I need to do, about the next tests on which I need to study on, or the next workout I need to hit. And the breaking point was basically last year, I believe, that whenever I would actually give myself some sort of routine or some sort of the structure of the day that I would kind of sign up myself to follow that day. So let's say I would tell myself, you need to work out, you need to do this, that, you know, all of this stuff. And I would basically know that the day before. And once I would wake up that day, when I actually promised myself that I'm gonna work all of these things, I would wake up completely stressed, freaked out, like beyond comprehension. I was so madly out, like my brain was so stressing, it was so bad. I didn't know like where I am, who I am, like what time is it, you know. I was really out of my mind. It was horrible because my brain was just so stressed just because of this hard work. Because like as I said, my brain was completely unable to derive any sort of good emotion or positive emotion after hard work, which basically meant that I was just self-torturing all the time. I was just doing hard work, and then when I actually pushed myself through the limit, did the hard work, put the work in, put the effort in, then I would still bitch on myself even more. And like it was torture. It was, I don't know how you can call it, when you are just working all the fucking time without any purpose at all and without any, let's say, good emotion, without any reward. Like it is basically a self-torturing. But now if you actually somewhat found yourself in my story, you might actually want to ask me like, dude, okay, I have it similar. Like I work out all the time, I do all of this hard work, but I can just, you know, actually seem to be proud of myself for that. So what should I do? Well, you should do this. Number one tip, it is completely necessary. This is that you should actually put out the exercise book or some empty book and pen and start journaling about your vision. Journal about how your future day, your future ideal every day would actually look like. How would you want to live your life? Go into the details. What kind of a weight you would like to be on. What kind of a body fat percentage you would like to be on, what kind of things you would like to eat, and how would you like to feel, what kind of activities you would engage in, and what, on the other hand, you would not like to engage in. Just describe your ideal, optimal future and everyday life in as much detail as you possibly can. Because once you actually know exactly what you aim for, what you strive towards in your own life, well, now it is extremely easy, or a lot easier, for your brain to actually, you know, help you grow and somewhat like derive any pleasure from these activities, because you actually know that they matter, right? Like, so after each workout, your brain wouldn't be like, oh, I need to do this and that, and you know, still I need to accomplish this, and I could have done this. No, your brain's gonna be, instead of this mindset, would be more likely to operate and to cooperate with you and to actually help you. So it would basically switch from, alright, great, now I worked out, now I am one step closer to this goal of having my dream physique. And the second tip would be to actually, once you know the vision, now you need to basically build your own battle map, your own roadmap towards these goals. So once you actually have it specified what you want to achieve in life and how you want your everyday life to look like, well, now you need to build your weekly, daily, monthly habits that you're gonna follow strictly every single day or week or month, right after another, right? Like, let's say it might be daily habit would be to actually work out, to actually, let's say, go to the cold shower and eat healthy, you know, eat clean all day. And then maybe a weekly task would be to actually study for exams or record, let's say, 3 videos on YouTube, you know, a week. And maybe a monthly goal would be to actually earn this much money. So that's all for this video. I will definitely keep them coming more in the future on my YouTube channel with similar topics. And if you actually like these kinds of videos and if you actually got something from this one, definitely give me a subscribe and like, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.